When I was young, if you saw someone injecting themselves with a syringe, you wouldn't say they were that into wellness. Ozempic has changed that, and now alternate Aussie brands are bulking up their advertising.
It's normal to have questions before starting medical weight loss.
Will I feel unwell?
Is it safe?
Will I gain the weight back?
At Juniper, get the answers and support you need from your team of medical experts.
From practitioners, ensuring you get the right treatment plan for you.
To the medical team, that's a tap away if you're experiencing any concerns.
And dietitians, helping you build healthy habits for long-term weight loss.
Join the 100,000 Juniper members taking a medical approach to weight loss.
Unfortunately, I watched that ad hungry, so it looked like this.
Brunch crunch.
Hungry. Juniper ads love to flash their box without ever showing you what's in the box. The medical blinder box experience includes unboxing videos that only unbox another box, which they do not unbox. Deep, will this inject Juniper into our lives?
Look, it will, and it's really, really clever. What's interesting with the box is they can't show you what's in the box because you're not allowed to show Ozempic as a weight loss drug. But what's interesting is they don't really show you what's outside the box as well. So when this box arrives in your house, it isn't a green box. It's completely unbranded with just a little sticker on saying it needs to be refrigerated, because they know that for this target market, there's stigma about being overweight. And that's why a lot of them don't go to doctors, because doctors actually don't treat them well. They blame everything, every problem they have on their weight. So that's why Juniper has a whole medical thing that you can access without seeing anyone in person. But they also know there's stigma attached to losing weight. Medically, it's seen as like cheating or that you don't have enough willpower. So Juniper knows these women are kind of damned if they do and damned if they don't. And they've created their marketing really cleverly around that.
I mean, it's smart, it's seductive, but it's morally wrong. They're using suggestive selling to get people, without mentioning Ozempic, to move people towards injections, basically. And in this country, pharmaceutical advertising is illegal. You can't do it. So they're skirting right around the edges. And my problem is they're sort of wrapping this box in sort of millennial gauze as an unboxing, a lifestyle unboxing. But the danger is when you turn medicine into merch and you make it as a kind of click and go consumerism, you're not really following the clinical, transparent way. And I worry that this may nudge people into something they don't necessarily need.
As someone who may or may not have tried to, get these things, there is a lot of checks and balances. You have to send a current photo of yourself in there as well, and then at which point they might call you up and say, no, you may not have it. Like, they're not just giving it out to anyone. They do have a lot of checks and balances. Yeah.
I do think that they're leaning into a few different business models to do exactly that and make it permissible. It's sort of digital health meets beauty meets e-commerce. And so with that box, what you get is that experience that as much as you're getting needles and Sharps disposal bins, you're getting a sense that, it's like something from Adore or Mecca. And that sort of encodes it with sort of self-care. So I think that's kind of interesting. They're deliberately trying to make it permissible.
The questions are slightly odd, aren't they?
What question? In the ad?
In the ad, does she say, will I get the weight back?
That's a really common thing. Yes. A lot of people worry that if they use this to lose weight, they'll put the weight back on. All those questions are legitimate questions that people ask that they're often too scared to ask their doctor in person.
But the one question that would have been nice to ask is this ad for Ozempic?
Well, it's not. The thing is, there are different products on that. So it's like, when you go allegedly to get things put in your face to stop your forehead moving, they don't often advertise the brand as well. And the same with this, there are different, there's Ozempic, there's Wegovo. I would know way too much about this. There's Monjaro.
This is your specialist subject on hard grills.
Do you find it interesting? I find the kind of the semiotics of it interesting. Like, it's green and it's called Juniper, and it's not like the first name that comes to mind when I think of weight loss or management. When I think of, Juniper, I actually go straight to gin. So for me, I'd be probably injecting myself and heading for a Negroni, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, but it's interesting you say that, because the whole thing is sort of soft science wrapped as smart marketing, because Juniper is a name it's often associated with herbal remedies. I mean, in the medieval times, they thought that Juniper got rid of the plague. So they've even used a name that is this sort of wellness, you'll be okay name.
I'm not going to judge. I've had some herbal remedies sent to my house, and they were also in a green box. This year, we've turned the pitch over to the Gruen audience who asked their agencies to make Australia the 51st state of America. Yeah, here's the first pitch.
In a world full of wild headlines, it's easy to forget that America can be a place of innovation, opportunity and greatness.
Our idea was around leveraging some of their success for ourselves.
What if I told you there's a way for Australia to be #1 instantly? #1 at the Olympics without breaking a sweat. #1 for space without building a rocket. And #1 for music without recording a sound. We can dominate the world of film, innovate faster than anyone, have the best universities on the planet, and the biggest military budget ever seen. All by association. Let's join the USA, become the 51st state and skate straight through to #1. There's nothing more Aussie than that.
Well, you've convinced me. Here's our next pitch.
We imagined a day where tall poppy syndrome doesn't exist, and we got to experience that full American confidence.
This is You're an American.
It starts like any other morning, until you wake up to find a strange sensation is taking hold. Something's changed. Could it be? Yes. You're an American now. Feel the shame leave your body. Walk proud. Chew loud. Ask your boss for that raise you don't deserve. Forget the rest of the world exists and drive that obnoxiously big truck. So go on, start that stupid podcast. You're an American now. Be free, Australia. Become an American.
Authorised by the US Plus A Association.
Ah, well, you've convinced me, but what will our panel think? Russell, which one did you prefer?
I like the idea of being instantly #1. I am persuaded by the first ad.
Dee, what about you?
No, #1 was a little rational for me. I just love #2. It almost made me want to be an American.
Christina?
I found #2 funnier, but I don't think we need any more Americans in this world, so I'm going for #1.
Todd, what do you think?
Well, as a former Canadian, now very proud Australian, both ads scare me, but I'm going for 2.
Oh, okay, it's a tie. That's good. I love a tie. Congratulations, Nation and Bourne, for deliver our trophy to you along with the bill for the tariffs.